Hi guys. So today is gonna be a awesome vlog that I'm bringing in someone. I'm gonna be doing my first interview, and I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. Kindly stay tuned. I'm gonna attach our conversation with someone that I spoke to. His name is Brian Wandera. He's in another country, and he's talking to us about an opportunity that he got on studying in Australia, how he found the opportunity and how life is going on, his studies and all. He's a rugby player on top of that. So stay tuned and keep watching. Yeah, I'm gonna see you on the next vlog with another guest from another country. Yeah, because I want to keep you getting inspired, motivated, and keeping that hope alive. It's all about finding opportunities and never giving up. So, guys, stay tuned. See you next time. Remember to subscribe. Yeah, yeah. If you haven't been here, this is a vlog that speaks about motivation, how to keep your hope alive, and we also tell you of the opportunities outside there that you can engage yourself in. So today I'm not alone. It's such an awesome episode to have today. I have a friend and someone that I've talked to once in a while. And imagine he's not in Kenya. I'm speaking to someone who is abroad somewhere. He's gonna tell you where he is. Yeah, and today we're gonna speak on how you can get opportunities to study abroad and how the application goes on. I know most of us have tried, and sometimes we give up on filling in the forms here and there. Yeah, I hope you've been well. So in case you have any questions, kindly drop them on the comment section. So here's my guest. His name is Brian, but he's gonna introduce himself. So Karibu Kenya, Karibu Kanairo Brian. Welcome to Terry's World YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much, Terry.
You're welcome. It's
really
nice to see you.
And really appreciate the opportunity to come to your channel and share a bit of my story.
Yes.
And how I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Terry and I come from way back. When we used to study in Daystar a few years ago.
Yes.
Then finished. Everyone went their separate ways, but we used to live around the same area. So once in a while, we bumped into each other at shopping center. Caught up, over a few things here and there, and that's pretty much it. And here we are right now, talking from two different parts of the world.
Yeah, thanks to technology. Yeah. Thanks to technology and the video conferencing platforms. So Brian, kindly introduce yourself to my viewers. Tell us who your name, if you're Kenyan or not. My viewers would love to know that. And which country you're in is that now, how comes you're there and you're Kenyan? Because you just mentioned we used to live together in one hood. Yeah, so kindly inform our viewers all about yourself.
All right, so my full name is Brian Wandera. I'm 27 years of age. Came over to Australia at the start of 2020. So obviously a lot of it is pegged towards rugby. At the back of 2019, I had an agent, so I talked to him about the chance of coming to Australia. So earlier on, I'd come to Australia start of 2019 for the Sydney Sevens. So after the tournament, what happened? I told him, hey, if there are any opportunities, I can come down here, probably study, then see where rugby takes me. Then he said he's gonna look something up. So we kept in touch, messaging back and forth. Then 2019 around September, he told me, hey, something's cooking here, but really not sure how it's going to turn out. Then he mentioned to me that Melbourne Uni are offering something, a rugby scholarship, and I said, yep, I'm definitely keen to try it out. So the weird bit is I never applied, never wrote any papers down.
Wow.
Or nothing via the internet. So my agent called, he used to coach at Melbourne Uni. He said he can work something out. Then, a few months down the line, he told me, yeah, we got the spot.
Wow, that's
January,
nice.
January, January 2020, you can come down. So after that, booked everything and set myself to leave Kenya. And here I
Wow.
am, one year and I'd say 6 months now.
That's pretty awesome. You mean you never filled in any forms? You just got
Nope.
an opportunity.
Yeah, through rugby.
Okay.
Rugby. Yeah, rugby has helped me. It's been a very integral part of my life.
Wow. So let me
Yeah,
just
in
ask
terms
for
of,
the sake of our viewers. I really appreciate your brief introduction, Brian. I just wanted to, for the sake of our viewers and in terms of them getting such opportunities, we were schooling in one school, so you had already graduated. You can kindly tell us what profession you were in or what studies you had done, and is what you're doing there, your studies there, aligned to what you had studied prior? Because now I believe you're doing your masters. Yeah, so
yeah.
kindly tell us about that.
Yeah, so Terry and I studied at Daystar I joined Daystar, I think, 2012. Then somewhere in between 2014, didn't study much because of rugby again. Then from 2015 onwards, really became serious so that I finished my studies, studied journalism, which essentially people call communication, and majored in electronic media. So after graduating, worked at NTV for a bit. Then because of rugby again, I got a chance to work at Homeboys Radio.
Wow.
And in time, at the time, I was also, playing for Homeboys Rugby Club. Then fast forward, things went by, joined the national team. Then as we were touring, had a chance to meet a few agents here and there, but the one from Australia is the one who really offered me the opportunity to come down here. Then once he got everything set, he worked things out so that I could go to Melbourne Uni. Started studying a master in communication.
Wow.
And yeah, to add on that, I did a diploma in sports management.
Wow, yeah, and still in Daystar?
Yeah.
You
Not
still
in Daystar, here.
Oh, really?
So besides that, I'm doing a diploma in sports management, which is going to help me, because I'm also really passionate about fitness. So I look at it in terms of when I finish playing, I want to give back to the sport because it's really helped me a lot in terms of, life and getting me where I am at the moment. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. I didn't know about the diploma course, but that's pretty awesome. Just for my viewers to understand, I joined Daystar for my master's degree. So Brian here was finishing up on his degree and he left me here in Kenya pursuing my master's degree. Apparently, I'm still not done. I'm working on finishing it up and I'm to graduate this November. So you can see people will meet up in school, and I mean, someone else will just pass you by, and you see for him it's just been 1 year, and I am guessing you're almost done with your master's degree, right, Brian?
Yeah, almost getting to the tail end of it, so almost done. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, these are opportunities that you guys can look out for, and kindly tell me, how are studies there? Are they easy? Is it hard as compared to Kenya? How do you find the education there?
It's a different world compared to what's back home, because here life is always, your fingers always on the pulse, so you gotta be on the move. You have to work, you have to go to school, come back. Everything is just on the go. It's not like back home where, especially when you're doing undergrad, it's just studying. Very few people are really working. So here you have to go to school, make sure you're studying. After that, go to work. And for a person like me, I'm also playing rugby. Also, find a way to fix my rugby in there. I'm also doing a lot of fitness stuff. I'm doing a lot of Instagram influencing. So all of that, put it in one basket and just try to juggle everything in it.
Wow, so you're pretty busy. I'm guessing you're earning from all of these things you're doing, the Instagramming, the rugby. You do from them?
So yeah, getting money from all the avenues. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And
Wow.
in terms of opportunities compared to back home, there's a lot of opportunities here. You know, anything. I mean, anything. You know, you could be a painter, but you still earn a decent amount of money. You could be a cleaner, still earn a decent amount of money. Not like home where you have to like work in an office for you to
I
earn something.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the in terms of wage, it's just two different worlds. You make a lot of
Wow.
money, but at the same time, life is a bit expensive.
Because of the bills and all.
Yeah, so the bills, tax is also really high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you make
Wow.
money, but at the same time, you know, it goes with what the economy runs, with how the
Okay.
economy runs, rather. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get somewhere. You mentioned you got a scholarship. So is it fully
Yeah.
sponsored or you
Yes,
pay a bit
fully
of
sponsored.
your?
Yeah,
Oh, so
fully
even where you
sponsored.
stay is paid for? What you eat?
So, because you know, me being the person I am, I do want to stay there, so I found my own place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't like it. Because, like I said, with my YouTube, with my fitness, I wanted to get a place where I could set up one, so live in one room. The other room, I set it up as a studio. Then, you know, use the rest of the house just as normal. Yeah.
Wow. So, wow,
Yeah.
that's a really encouraging story. You just answered what I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask if you still play rugby. So you found yourself a club to play in, or they had
Oh
already
yeah.
connected you?
So the story was when I first got here, I was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to go to Melbourne Uni, but you know, I told my agent because I was looking at the log what teams are really good, and
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, Melbourne Uni were they're pretty decent, but not what I really wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted a team that could compete, and so in the process, after I came here, was there for about maybe a month or two,
Mm-hmm.
and switched to another club that's doing a lot better, Box Hill. So that's why I'm playing currently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, wow, that's really encouraging. And you see, these are some of the things that most of us would ignore, that having the love of sport would take you to bigger things in life. I mean, it's taken Brian to Australia. It's given him money. I mean, he earns from it. So as we wind up, I would just love for you to encourage someone perhaps who is in Kenya, because majorly I speak to people in Kenya, and this is majorly for people who perhaps have given up on looking for jobs, because as you mentioned, in Kenya, it's hard to find opportunities to earn. It's also hard being in school in Kenya. Like I have just mentioned, I've been doing my master's for a couple of years and I haven't ended it up. So how should people, for example, if for example you're schooling in a university in Kenya, how did you get to get that agent that assisted you? You could also continually tell us how people would really, is it all about focusing on what you want? For example, if you love rugby or you love running or you love fashion like you do on your Instagram, how do you go about it as a young person in terms of you encouraging yourself and you going to larger milestones in life?
Um, I'd say the first and most important thing is, you know, find something that you're really passionate about, know your
Mm-hmm.
why. Then from there, everything else slowly unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give a case scenario. I'll give myself. So for me, you know, I was really passionate about rugby, fashion, but you know, back home, I used to try my best. I used to, you know, dress up nice,
Mm-hmm.
you know, do my fitness thing, but in terms of opportunity, it wasn't um, really like it wasn't really easy. But at the
Yeah.
back of my mind, I really knew what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, in saying that, kept on looking because I remember I used to look at these Instagram influencers on YouTube. I used to look at, you know, people doing fashion inspiration on YouTube and say, you know, one day I'm gonna do like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I kept on telling my friends, you know, I'm gonna do it. If you ask a good number of my friends back home, they'll tell you, hey, whatever he's saying, he really went on and did it. So, like I told you, through rugby, I kept on, going for my goals. Lucky enough, I got selected with the national team, and with the national team, you get to move around the world and travel to so many places. And I happened to come to Australia 3 or 4 times. Met an agent because I went to the US, went to the UK, but for some reason I just fell in love with Australia because I also
So
had
you were traveling while you're in Kenya, while you're playing rugby,
yes.
You were still traveling.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's how you got to settle on Australia.
Yeah. So when I came to Australia the third time, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna work something out so that I end up coming back to Australia and hopefully settling here in the long run. Then when I got the agent, because for me coming here, it's not very easy, especially coming from a third world country. So I had to switch from a sports visa to a student visa.
Wow.
Yeah. Then in working that, so for rugby, having played for my country at the highest level, I get an opportunity to apply for permanent residence through a visa called a Distinguished Talent Visa. So that's also in the works, and fingers crossed, hopefully that's gonna come to pass. Yeah. On to the next thing. So once I got here, everything worked a few months. Then I saw everything. Everything is slowly lining up, served up. Bought equipment. Bought cameras, lighting. Kept on reaching out to brands. Some of them would send quotes. Some of them I bought. And just like that, from the start, I'd say from late last year, I slowly started, churning out content, giving people, my best. And, it opened door after door. And the biggest thing I'd say is, because you might have an idea, you might have, passion for something, but you got to put everything into action, that first step. So once I got here, mindset, because I know I've come from a place where I've struggled a bit, back home, it's not easy, you struggle. So I told myself, if back home I was struggling but managed to do whatever I did, here where opportunities are a lot more, I cannot afford to let myself down. So I just put my foot down, continue working, and whatever I'm doing, I gotta be honest with you, this is just a tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to come.
Wow.
I've got so much planned. Yeah.
So you're yet to surprise us. You're yet to surprise us with many other things.
Yeah, we just scratching the surface, I'm telling you. Just scratching the surface, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. So do you have any plans? Just continue.
I'd summarize, I'd say the most important thing is know your why. So passion, then next step is putting everything into action and mindset. Because it's not easy. Because life here, I gotta be honest with you, life here is not easy. Waking up sometimes I sleep only for 3 hours. You're up training clients, you go to school, after that you have training, you go to work.
Wow.
You gotta be ready to, really go into dark places. It's not something that, you just say, hey, I'm gonna do this and things unfold like that. You gotta be willing to put into work. Yeah.
Wow. And how is life over there now that we have COVID-19? Is it an easy time living in a foreign country, especially with such a pandemic? Because I believe COVID-19 is still there. It's a worldwide pandemic. So how is life now with COVID-19?
Obviously, compared to how the world has dealt with COVID, I'd say Australia is one of the best countries in terms of the way they've dealt with it, because we have up until recently when we had our, I think, 6th lockdown here in Melbourne. But if I told you the numbers, you'd be like, whoa, those are not supposed to be numbers that lead to a lockdown. In Melbourne, we have, today we had 55 cases, but we're still in lockdown. So the only state that's having a bit of a rough time is New South Wales, where that's Sydney. They have, they recorded 900 cases today. But compared to how, Australia has dealt with it, it's, a lot better. And not to take anything away from it, because it's still a really hard time.
Yeah.
People are not going to work. People like, of course, for me, I'm abroad. The rest of my family is back home. Good thing we have the internet, so
Yeah.
constantly
Can still
communicating
talk.
via WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger. So that keeps me going. Knowing that my family members back home are getting on well.
Okay.
But
So do you
Australia
still
really
play?
does all the. Yeah, I
Do you
still play
still
rugby.
play?
At the moment, we're not playing because we're in lockdown, so everything has been put on hold.
But you can still
but
work. You can still do your other chores.
yeah, you can still do your work, school, just like everywhere in the world. We're doing it on Zoom.
That's pretty awesome. Wow, that's a great encouragement from you, Brian. And I pray that the Lord shall protect you wherever you are as you do your studies, as you progress on towards the end of your studies. And I just want to ask, are we gonna see you again in Kenya playing rugby for our country? Are you going to come back to Homeboys? What are your plans after your studies?
In terms of that, probably I'll come back to visit. But in the long run, I wanna settle in Australia.
Wow, you're not serious.
Yep.
You're not coming back.
I'll be coming to visit. That's all I can say.
Wow, guys, you see how getting such opportunities really opens up your mind. He's gotten such awesome opportunities, and we're gonna plug in his social media handles, right, Brian, so that people may reach out or rather view what you do on your Instagram and even on your social media other social media platforms. He's a really great player. I see him on his social media. He has the flag of Kenya. So I mean, these are things that you as a young person, you can concentrate on, really focus on the extracurricular activity that you love, and it can give you great opportunities if you really want to study or even go outside the country. It's all about going out there and doing what you love. We're gonna be having another guest on the next vlog who's gonna be coming from another country. I mean, my vlog is gonna be exposing my viewers to many more opportunities. And thank you so much, Brian, for being here. You can just perhaps tell my viewers bye as we wind up. Brian, thank you.
Yeah, it's been awesome catching up with you and sharing a bit of my story to your audience, and wanted to say bye, and hopefully in the coming months we can have another chat. Thank you so much.
We'll be looking forward to having you, and also you telling us on the progress of your studies and your work as well. So we're gonna wind up right here. Thank you for staying tuned, and we hope that you're gonna be watching more of our vlogs, and kindly subscribe. Hit that subscription button, and remember also to hit that notification bell for next vlogs. So from us here in Kenya, from me here in Kenya, and from Brian in Australia, bye-bye. We'll see you next time. Keep that hope alive. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.